Hello, everybody. Welcome to the channel. And guys, did you know that Mexico no longer has time change, daylight savings? Back in 2022, a law was approved by the back in the day Mexico's president Obrador AMLO to remove the daylight savings. But let's go ahead and react. We can be a little more up to date with the information why it was changed.
Does Mexico have time change? If you're planning a trip to Mexico and wondering if you'll need to adjust your clocks, you're in the right place. Let's break down the details to help you stay on schedule. In the past, Mexico did observe daylight saving time, but things have changed recently. As of October 30th, 2022, most of Mexico no longer changes its clocks for daylight saving time. This decision was made after a law was passed to end the practice of springing forward and falling back each year.
Which honestly, that's a little annoying. Sometimes like it takes you a lot of time to adjust. Like if it took me a couple weeks to adjust to the last time change. So
however, there are some exceptions. The entire state of Baja California, as well as certain border municipalities in Chihuahua, Coahuila, Nuevo León, and Tamaulipas, continue to observe daylight saving time. These areas synchronize their...
It's only the cities that are close to like the U.S. to the U.S. border. I guess they're the ones that still have daylight saving time, but everybody else in Mexico
clocks with the corresponding border cities in the United States, so they follow the U.S. daylight saving time schedule. For example, cities like Tijuana, Mexicali, and Juarez will still change their clocks to match the U.S. schedule, starting on the second Sunday of March and ending on the first Sunday of November. This helps maintain consistency with their U.S. counterparts and avoids confusion for people traveling or doing business across the border. The states of Sonora and Quintana Roo are also worth mentioning. Sonora has not observed daylight saving time since 1998, largely due to its economic ties with Arizona, which does not observe DST. Quintana Roo, on the other hand, switched time zones in 2015 and no longer observes daylight saving time. So, if you're traveling to...
I think I heard that one, specifically for Quintana Roo. I do know, I think the reason they did not do the time change is because Quintana Roo, I think, goes with Eastern Standard Time, and people coming from Florida or from the U.S., specifically from that part. Obviously, they like to have a little more daylight on their vacation, so I think that's the reason why since 2015 Quintana Roo follows the Eastern Standard Time versus Mexico follows Central Standard Time. So that's pretty much why they changed to the Eastern
parts
time.
Of Mexico, you won't need to worry about changing your clocks. But if you're heading to Baja California or those specific border municipalities, you'll still need to adjust for daylight saving time. This change means that during the spring and summer months, there will be time differences to note when dealing with the U.S. and Europe, which do change their clocks. For instance, when the U.S. moves its clocks forward in the spring, the time differences between Mexico City and various U.S. time zones will shift temporarily. In summary, while most of Mexico no longer observes daylight saving time, there are specific regions that still do, so it's important to check the local time rules depending on where you're traveling.
All right, so I think it's, ups and downs, of course. Definitely I feel there are more ups than downs to not having daylight saving time or time change. I feel, I mean, personally myself, I do speak with my parents who are in Mexico very often. pretty much almost every day. So, this time that we did the time change, um, instead of having like 1 hour difference, I think now it's like 2 hour difference with them. So, basically it's not like a big deal, honestly. I know that when I call them, it's gonna be 2 hours earlier than here. So I don't see really any problem on my side, at least. But definitely, I think I heard rumors as well. I don't know if it was true or not, or we know there's a lot of like fake news nowadays on the internet. But I heard that Donald Trump wanted to remove the daylight saving time. I don't know, like I say, if it was a real news or not, or if that's going to happen. But I feel that would be very beneficial, because I don't think anyone likes to, do the time change. It's hard to adjust sometimes. So that, honestly, I wouldn't mind if that was removed here in the US as well. But every country has, their own rules, and obviously depending on what people want. So let me know on the comments what you guys think about that. Mexico no longer has, or most of Mexico no longer has time change. If you would like that in the US or in the country where you're at, that they will remove the time change. So that makes, one time for the whole year. So let me know in the comments what you think. And obviously, don't forget to subscribe, give your thumbs up, and also recommend other videos that we can react, so you can watch it on this channel. See you on the next one, guys. Thank you very much. Hasta la. Bye bye.